Hello everyone, this is Miss Olivo. I hope you all are having a great weekend. The purpose of this video is to introduce our new science topic for the week. This week we will be learning about the moon. In this presentation we will go over what the moon is, what the moon does, and what the moon looks like at a given time. I hope you'll pay attention and even take notes for the duration of the video. Remember to observe key terms during the presentation. Make sure you know what these terms mean for our next class. I'll try to make the terms obvious to you on each slide. What is the moon? I'm sure almost all of you have heard of the moon. If you have ever been outside at nighttime, you have surely noticed the giant silvery circle in the sky. The moon is actually a piece of space rock stuck in orbit around the Earth. The Earth possesses this thing called gravity, which pulls stuff down to Earth. It's what keeps our feet on the ground. Earth's gravitational pull is so strong, even giant objects in space like the moon are drawn to it. The Earth rotates around the sun, and just like that, the moon revolves around the Earth. We're part of a solar system of objects spinning around and around and around each other. So the moon revolves around the Earth. It takes the moon about 29 days to travel around the Earth. These 29 days are called the moon cycle. During this cycle, the same side of the moon always faces the Earth's surface. This means we have only ever seen one side of the moon. But has anyone noticed that the moon doesn't always look the same? We typically think of the moon as a silvery circle. However, this is not always how it appears. In fact, it only appears that way for a few days out of the cycle. Every time we look at the moon, it's just in a phase. When we see the moon in a circle, it's called a full moon. This is just one phase. Like I mentioned earlier, as the Earth revolves around the sun, the moon revolves around the Earth. We can notice that the moon seems to rise and set just like the sun does. We can also notice that, unlike the sun, the moon seems to change. These changes are called phases. The phases of the moon are caused by the sun's light reflecting on the surface of the moon. The phases of the moon are not caused by the Earth's shadow, as some people think. The moon goes through 8 specific phases during a cycle of 29 days. After 29 days, the cycle starts over. So these are the 8 phases of the moon: new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third or last quarter, and waning crescent. And then it starts all over again. So here's a challenge for you guys. Using all of this new knowledge, I challenge you to go outside at nighttime with a parent or a friend. When you go out, look up at the sky. See if you can see the moon. Does it look different than the last time you saw it? Is it in a different spot? Why do you think its appearance has changed? Can you explain why? Think about all these questions and try to answer them. I encourage you all to open your minds and become wanderers. There's so much out there to discover.